Today we're doing guidance with the Oracle. For those of you who have not been to any of my readings or my group readings, essentially I am a reincarnation of Oracle Pythia from 760 BC. The Greek god Apollo has made it very clear that it is my mission to bring this voice forward in these healing messages in this manner. So we are bringing the Oracle out of the black age of non-existence into the conscious awareness of the modern day and age. What we're going to do today is I'm going to play a shamanic drum beat, which is going to put me into a light trance enough so that I can communicate with you and understand what the divine is also telling me. Your questions will be heard directly from the divine, but your answers won't. So they will give me your answers in the forms of pictures, sounds, sensations, audio sometimes, and scents. And then I will go ahead and tell you how your message was received to me. Be mindful that what is important tonight is what I tell you I'm feeling, sensing, seeing, or hearing, and not what I personally am interpreting. What I'm seeing for you is always correct. My interpretation, which is just opinion, will not be always 100% correct. So there is always room for error there. So again, write down the symbolism that I'm giving you, because that's what's important, and I won't be able to tell you or repeat the information with accuracy at the end of this reading. So be sure to go ahead and take the moment for what it is. Questions or comments before we start? Everyone's good. Doug's going to read off your questions. How this is going to work is he's going to read off your questions. I'm going to tell you what information I get. Then I'm going to say, I have nothing further for that question, or I don't see anything else for that question, or I have nothing more for that question. If I say that, that just means we're concluded with that question all around. Really, it won't warrant a follow-up question unless I specifically say your name and ask you for more information. Other than that, don't try to skew what I'm telling you by adding ego questions in there. Just let the information flow and let it be what it is. Okay? This reading's 30 minutes. This video particularly cut us off at 28 minutes, so we're going to be 2 minutes shy. So I'm sorry for that. I can't find my exact 30-minute video. Doug's going to have a callback rattle, which will be in 27 minutes from now. And after that, once he starts that rattle, I will not be taking any more questions. Alrighty, so.
Montez? Alright.
Did you make sure that that phone doesn't have any media coming in?
Let's figure this out.
Okay, let's do it. I'll tell you when I connect. Okay. I encircle myself in universal love and divine protection. I see a vehicle and I see a weapon concealed in one of the seats in the vehicle. I feel like there was a favor exchange or a favor going to be asked of you, and I was like a hiding this weapon for me, or burying this weapon for me. But it shows like you looking in the car and like, I don't know if ignoring it or pretending it wasn't there, but it's under the seat. I feel as though I see the accident, the way he departed this world, in the car. But it shows that he was always gonna have short life, and that his actions would have gotten violent had he not departed in that way, and the violence would have been the causation of his departation from this earth. That's all I have for that.
Next question is from Marina. What is the point of me knowing all this spiritual knowledge? Why is it all coming to me so fast?
You just had a download recently, so it's all coming to you now because you are capable of understanding this amount of information at this present moment in time. Had it been at any other moment in time, it would have been extremely, massively overwhelming. And as nature is delicate, and so is balance, it is required for us to give you these downloads in capsules, which is interesting. We call them capsules, you guys call them shifts. The universe is infinite and expanding, and we call these capsules because all the information and data we seek is really just a capsule of way of absorbing and understanding. Transformative. Transformation is also coming for you in the way of money and experience. To be prepared, because this is going to be a big one. Expect the number 17 to be correlated to this information. And ta-ta for now. That is a guy that is for you that came in, and her name is Minnesota, like the state. That's all I have.
Can you tell me the name of my guides and the archangels that are close to, I guess, that are helping me?
Haniel is working with you very closely. And I see a lot of literary things that have to be looked into. Something it's showing me a kitten. Pet lover, writer. And it's interesting because it's saying something about anthropology, like an interest. It says there is your next clue. That's for your next breadcrumb. That's all I have for that.
Next one's from Angelo. Who is the dragon around me?
It's interesting just see you wielding the power of this dragon. And you're just like, and then he's just dancing around you. And you're very serious, your face is very serious, you're very focused. And inside of the eyes is the entire universe. There's a crescent moon that emits light from it, but it's just reflecting from what is inside of you, and that is everything. This dragon has a much deeper hold on you than you believe. Far beyond the now. You have been cosmically, infinitely dancing with this dragon since the beginning of time. This is your balance. Wielder. That is your name and your title. That's all I have for that.
Next question's from Buddy. Is Montez worth it?
I see a lot of laughter and a lot of impatience and a lot of quick to trigger to anger. I see a lot of turning away on your part, but then I also see a lot of confrontation. So it's almost like you start off confronting, but then there's the back turn. And that's what is showing from his perspective, the back turn, which is usually like a block or an end to, or I no longer am interested in. It's showing me you laying down in your bed and this is still on your mind. And it weighs very heavily on your mind. It shows you holding 2 suitcases, travel size, and leaving the room. So it's essentially like you pack your bags. And then it shows you relaxed and sipping on what looks like maybe a margarita. Just like not a care in the world. And I hear the word play. And zest. And a miraculous attunement through play. I see a man in a black shirt with no face. It's just not clear to me. And he's wearing a red tie. For some reason, his name is associated to the Baron. He is a seducer and has a forked tongue. This person is a wielder of charm, but is hazardous to who you are. That is all I have for that.
Next question is from Marina. Am I following my passion? And if not, what should I do to make an impact in this world?
Hearing the word prejudice. I feel like there's a big shift gonna come when you understand that this type of prejudice that you are or that you have is necessary for this trip. Is necessary for the ego and for this plane. The prejudice that you hold is reflective of somebody very close in your close circle. Very close. It showing me a heart. Two hands creating that heart. That's all I have for that.
Can you tell me more about? Can you tell me more about the smaller twin flame of flame that was from last time? Was the person's name or something? Like, is that in this lifetime?
It's showing the Akashic record book and the two flames coming out of their pages from the rear and the front, merging into the binder's opening right in the very center in the page that is now, and spilling over and melting away as if it got so hot that it liquefied. And it's going down the drain. And made very clear that that's not relevant to anything. You're trying to give things labels and you're trying to give them purpose. You're trying to make them be the important thing, and what your outward focus is not the internal goal. This is not right use of your energy. That's all I have for that.
Next question is from Angelo. Who was
Wait.
that?
That liquid was put into some type of container that created a brand new candle with one singular flame. That's all I have for that.
Next question is for Angelo. Who was I in ancient Rome?
It sounds like sarcophagus, or like, it sounds like a rendition of sarcophagus. Like sarcophagi, surfigi, something, it sounds like something like that. Surmonte. And it shows that you had, like you were keeping things. I don't know if you were, I don't know. It just shows you keeping little things in a small, very little small chest. Little vials. And jewelry. And for some reason this box is surrounded by gold snake. That's all I have for that.
Thank you.
Next question is from Buddy. Will Mom ever go back to the way she was with her health?
I see your mom sitting in a wheelchair with a leg up. One leg up. I feel like it's important to stress here that happiness and her body are not the same thing. Happiness and health are not the same thing. And I hear the word prioritize. And I don't know if she smokes or if she smokes at all, but I hear prioritize. Prioritizing the mind. And I feel whatever habit it is that she does have, it's an excess of lack of prioritizing self. It's a distraction. It's a coping mechanism. That's why I'm asking about the cigarette, because usually it's a cigarette because it's a coping mechanism. That's why it's showing cigarette. But there's something that she's using as a coping mechanism instead of confronting, this is what I'm hearing, the inner demons. feel like there's an energy around her or an entity that's literally weighing her down. If you've ever heard the saying, there's a monkey on my back, there's literally an energy that holds her back. I don't know what the name of this energy is, but it drains her. That's all I see for that.
Next question is from Doug. Is Sharon ever gonna leave Hal alone?
Sharon is being spiteful and looking for replies, looking for attention, and I see her laughing. I see the like a big push broom and just sweeping her away. Just sweeping her back and sweeping her back and sweeping her back, and then I see the big elk just like somehow controlling the push broom with his mind, and it's just sweeping her away. That's all I have for that. He also sat on the front step as soon as she was out of frame. Big elk, like on this little step. That's all I have for that.
Next question is from Marina. Am I loving optimally, and is there something I need to focus on?
It's showing me a ribbon, like the cancer ribbon, like a pink ribbon, like that kind of ribbon, upside down. And then it unravels and opens. I feel like, okay, it's showing this fabric go around your mouth, and it's pink, and the words that you say are changing. There's too much criticism that's coming out of your mouth. The words need to be changed to be more delicate and loving. And sometimes you can't even believe some of the words that come out of your mouth. It's not in your nature. It's just you're reflecting. So the shift has to happen so you can talk and speak more lovingly and delicately. And then when you do that, it shows you surrounded by boxes of like gifts. And happy. And candy falling out of the sky for whatever reason. That is all. That's all I have for that.
Back in 2014, I had this dream, I was talking to someone that said something about being a scribe or something, and someone came in, and kind of not, I don't know, interrupted the dream or so, but it was a being that like kind of like took me up, and I saw like some other beings up there as well, up in the sky. I would like to know more information about that, if at all possible.
I don't have anything for that. All that's coming to mind is the word Palladian and nothing else.
changing careers. Would this be a good move?
Buddy, I see you for some reason, and this moment, ego and spirit are conflicting. The word sports are coming in my mind. And I'm not sure if this is like a sporting store, a sporting place. But it looks like, for real, it looks like a Foot Locker or like a Modell's or something. And it says shift manager. And it says your name. But it's like the stripy shirt. That's why I'm saying sports, because it's showing me the stripy shirt. But it's showing me there's like a really natural leadership role for you with some type of company that is involved with sporting of some sort. It doesn't specify. It looks like you're somewhere and someone spills your juice, or you spill juice on someone, and it's like a weird meeting, like it's an accidental perchance meeting, and this is how this is going to create itself for you, manifest for you. So I feel like just being open to other people right now is important, because it's showing 3 to 9. That could be 3 days, 3rd day, 3rd month, 3 months, 3 weeks. But it's saying 3-9. But it definitely feels accidental, or perchance meeting. That's all I have for that.
Next question is from Marina. What is there at Mount Shasta to find?
It's showing me a symbol, and it looks like, see, an X would look like this, but this is not an X. It's like this, like 2 C's facing opposite of each other, but not fully formed C's, like just pulled away C's. But I don't see anything else for you for there. That's the callback. Thank you, all guides. Hey, everybody. Oof. Okay, so let's talk. Who wants to go first? Let's do a veteran so that the rest of the people know what's happening. And by that I mean anybody who's been in the group reading should start.
Right, the person has
All right, Doug. I'm just gonna pick you, Doug.
Well, my friend Omar did die in that car accident, which I don't know if I told you that or not, but it was pretty spot on with that, like chilling spot on.
What was the significance of the weapon to you in hiding?
I don't know. I gotta think more into it. I don't know if that's something in the future or something in the past that I didn't pick up on.
Well, it's relating to him, it's past.
He was getting into some stuff, but no one really knew. There's like speculation around the car accident and all.
Because it felt very, like, violent, like, other people were involved. That's what that felt like.
Yeah, there was a lot of speculation with that about his death,
Okay.
but it opens up new stuff to think about.
Okay, anybody else wanna just talk about, the purpose of this part is to talk about symbolism and you're telling me what it meant to you, what those symbols meant.
I feel like with because it's from three questions that mention cosmic dancing with like with Shiva, Krishna, Shiva, and it's funny because like one time I did dream of myself like riding a blue dragon, just like going higher, higher, Goku, like like what it more like really very like grand, and with the with the ancient Rome part, I feel like when you say like vial, the golden snake, because that's the second time that mentioned like dragon and snake. But with the Roman, I feel like it's every time you say vial, I'm getting like poison, just like a keeper of poison. Because it's like when you say like putting stuff, like I'm getting like very secretive. That's why the image came into my like someone.
It felt very secretive because when you're opening the box, it felt like it wasn't like public information.
Yeah. So
Like it was just a very small box that you like brought for like a specific use, and it's almost like Resident Evil bringing the T virus. Like you were just like, here
Yeah.
it is, like but real like undercover.
I feel like that's what I'm getting at. I was like, I think I was like a poison keeper or something like that. Because that's a lot, every time you like, I mentioned that always show me with jars and how do you call that?
The light vases,
The glass when you're sitting in the glass, not beauty powder,
vanity.
vanity thing. That's that. It's always like jar. Like I think I was like a poison keeper in Rome. So.
Okay.
I guess I.
No, you know.
Oh, okay. So for me, my guide. Like was that my guide, right? Oh, I'm sorry. You wouldn't. I asked Haniel. I don't know. I don't know how to spell that.
Haniel. He deleted everything. Don't say that he deleted everything.
I didn't. He said.
HN.
Not everything, just one of the questions.
He said HN.
Haniel. I'm pretty sure. I think that's pretty sure that's how it's spelled.
HAN.
She felt very refined, like intelligent,
That's how I was getting too.
articulate, socialite,
Like grand.
aristocratic.
Yeah.
Yes, grand.
Sorry, it's
Grand is a great
like-
word for it. Very.
That's what I'm getting.
Like if he was now, he'd be like upscale
It's a
person.
guy.
But that's an angel. Like
Angel.
Haniel's
I said if he was now.
Oh, that's it. Wait. Okay. Okay. HAN. Cause now I'm like.
Haniel. HANIEL. That's Haniel. That's how I can.
Oh, like Daniel.
Yeah, but with
With
H.
H.
Oh.
Haniel.
Huh.
Okay. That is all right. And the anthropology thing.
No clue on that one, buddy.
Yeah. I'm like.
I don't even know what that is. So
Yeah.
you good luck researching on that.
That Palladian thing got me a little bit like.
Maybe.
Who else has a question about or a statement on their symbolism?
So, for my symbolism, one of them was like living optimally, and it was an upside down cancer ribbon thing. And then the second one was monstrosity, and it was like that. It's like both have an X,
Yeah, they both have a they were both like actual symbols.
which was interesting.
That is interesting.
Like, I don't know how to read them yet, and I don't know like what they mean, but they both kind of like have the X embedded into them.
Yeah, you're right.
I thought. And then I wasn't sure about the prejudice question. Like, it also had a symbol because it was two hands. I guess it was like,
It was two hands like this with a heart in the middle. Two people, two different hands.
so that means it said prejudiced hold prejudice reflective of someone in closed circle and there's two hands and a heart.
Yep.
So it means like
You might not even be noticing that you're being prejudiced against somebody who's very near and dear to you.
what does that word mean?
It's like
I know
it's like a bias because maybe the best way I could say it is like, let's say somebody was coming for money, and then you didn't come for money, and then like you're like, well, they came for money, so I'm gonna keep attacking that. That's a prejudice. It's kind of like, I guess that's what it would be, like something you don't like about a specific class or category. I'm not a dictionary, but that's my best guess. It's my best guess.
But it's like my passion has a prejudice.
Right.
I don't understand how that. Did you like get anything that maybe you could explain better?
Nope. That's something we'll look up and then we can talk it out and try to figure it out.
Okay.
I think that's one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll talk that out. How about you, Mr. Buddy? You're new to the group today. So this is all about interpreting your symbolism and how you feel like. It's just talking it out so that I can, whatever imprints that I get, because they're like sandwiches, as you're talking it out, like it, so I'll just tell you.
I don't think you need to tell me. We're talking about the Montanez question.
Okay?
Laughter, which every time we're around each other, we're always laughing and joking around. The back turn is, for me, I think he's playing hard to get.
Uh-huh.
And then laying in bed, I always think about him when I'm in bed. The pack in the bags.
It was 2 bags though.
It was 2 bags.
One, like 2 big bags.
Yeah.
Okay.
2 big bags. He was talking about once he's done school, he wants to move to Seattle. And if he were ever to ask me, I think I would go. I would just have to leave.
You just gave me goosebumps.
I swear. And then being relaxed is like, I have no worries when I'm with him in Seattle, nothing, drinking margaritas. The man with the black shirt and the red tie, which I think is the wielder of charm, you said,
Uh-huh.
but is hazardous.
Uh-huh.
I really think that's my ex-boyfriend that I'm living with at the moment.
The one with the snake tongue?
Fork tongue.
Because he's so nice when he wants something, but then when he doesn't need me, he's like, fuck you. Oops, sorry.
Yeah.
He's like, F you.
Right.
So that's what that's like.
The bear.
That was funny when you say fork tongue, and I saw the image in my head. I saw this person like, well, costume, but with the hat, but you can't see the face. All you saw is the tongue like slowly come out like,
Yeah.
and back out like.
The words play and zest, I didn't get anything from that.
Okay.
That's the only thing I didn't get, but everything else was like, kind of picked at it. and knew
That
it
all
was.
came in, I think the play and the zest came in at the end with the relaxation.
And the drinking.
So maybe that's just a new zest for life and a playful attitude, or just, I think that all just entail with that part, with just that relaxing part. So maybe if you do move, maybe that's just attributes that you will adapt after you move.
Good.
That's great, but awesome. Anybody else have any symbolism they want to talk about?
I just want to talk like the genie part.
That was so hot.
I felt it too. I was like, ooh.
Like I felt such a, like when you say that, I felt such like a pressure because you see I was like serious. I'm like, oh shit, if I'm serious, it's getting real.
It was like, I don't know, like it was dance, but it wasn't like a dance that you do for joy. It's like it was like
Like a ritualistic dance.
I don't know, like it was commanding. It was a very commanding dance, like almost like each gesture meant something. Like if you were working, you know what I mean? I don't.
It's funny because like you see that, and when I ask whose God is around me, you say Shiva, and then you do this, and this is like dancing.
Very similar, right?
It's similar to what you're doing because you're doing like this,
Yeah.
and then when I say who's around me, you do Krishna, and you do like this. So
Yeah.
it's like both for dancing. And when you say cosmic dancer, it's just like it all makes sense because he's like a cosmic dancer.
Yeah.
Like
So-
he's
Like whatever the dance does, it commands everything. Like it creates, it destroys, like
Yeah.
everything is in it. So it's just moves.
and it's just like I felt the synchronicity when you say me and the dragon, just like like he hold a part of me more than I know, and he's just like it's like, and it's almost me wondering, and like, are we both the same person? Like he's me and I'm him. Like like each our soul essence reside with
It's
each
like,
other.
like orbiting.
Yeah, it's almost like polarity, like light and dark, good and evil, male and female. So like it was like really, it was interesting. And you say Krishna, and I was like, and you say, I know you mean goddess, but it's
I don't, and I
Yeah.
like, cause there's like confliction between ego and higher self. So I'm like, I hear ego say that's feminine, but then I hear my answer, and I'm just like, I'm not sure what that answer
Yeah.
actually means, but that's the answer.
It's funny because I'm very like goddess theme oriented, like female, like feminine power per se. So it's very interesting to see the male energy like coming, because when you see Krishna, I just see that, as they call it, divine lover, like that very male. I guess kind of like God player, like I'm a player, kind of like. So I was like, it was interesting because I'm interested, but I never been almost like, I would say, like you would Kuan Yin, you know, I've never been like that into Krishna. It's mostly, I'm more like female deity cosmic. So I feel that's something I need to look more like, just to connect with him and see, well, what does he want?
Right.
Because that's the second ancient Indian deity you mentioned. Because the last one it was Shiva, and then we said I was like, was Krishna. So it's like it's the second time, two different deity, but like different function
Okay.
per se. Yeah. So that was interesting. So it's a lot.
Okay.
When you talked about like the capsules of
That was freaking awesome because they look like oh, it was just kind of like there's a big giant bowl and it's like, oh, so what you want to know, here you go, and it's done. That was it.
and when you said it, I was like, how did you know?
How did I know what?
I was like, damn, because I feel like it last year, I think it was like same time this year, I was getting so much information that I was begging it to stop. I was like, I can't do anymore, please stop. And this time of year, it's like more, but it's
Yeah.
I can take more, but I'm overwhelmed. I'm like a person who's always out and about, like doing stuff, but I'm so tired from all this, like, that I can't, like, it's hard for me to lift my foot sometimes, like, ugh. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's been happening. Like 17 is interesting, and then you said like transformation in terms of money and experience. Like I know it's going to be a lot of experiences coming up in December, and money was funny because last year or beginning of this year we did that board with all the magazine cutouts for our
Vision board.
visions, yeah, and money was one of them. Like I put money, and I thought like by end of year it's gonna happen something with money. So like, I don't know if it's gonna be with this or it's like already happening with something else, but that was interesting. But you were spot on when you said this. Like I, honestly, about 2 weeks ago, this is download happened, and I was like, kind of a lot of information.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I was like, were you spying on me?
I was spying on you. I have all of your diaries in my back pockets.
Yeah, because after that, like this notebook started.
His is the most interesting, and it gets rural. Oh. So which one? I was pointing at you.
Yeah, which one?
I don't know.
You said you got real interesting.
Oh, I was joking. I said I had your diary, and it was the most
Oh.
interesting one.
Oh, okay.
I thought you were talking about one of the questions.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. Yeah.
I don't remember any of your questions.
No.
My twin flame question. That just took me like, I feel like my questions are all over the place still.
It looked like magma that was purple. It looked like purple lava coming out of the paper. Coming out of the paper into this thing. And then, I don't know if you've ever seen a candle maker, but they have like a metal thing, looks like a funnel. And then all of this purple lava looking stuff just made a brand new purple candle. And the fire was yellow and it wasn't purple, but the candle was. The fire was like normal fire color,
Oh, okay.
but the candle was purple.
And it was interesting when said that I'm trying to place labels on things. And the fact that I'm actively breaking myself out of placing the labels on things too. Then it said it's a bad use of my energy. And I was just like, So it is good for me to break that too. And I just thought that this is just all of it so far is, I mean, this is what's gonna, like, the fact that you do this on Thursday and you not I get, and Monday is closing, like, it's a cliffhanger now. This is a cliffhanger effect for me right now because I remember reading, I remember hearing about Hangul at one point in time because I thought it was weird. I'm like, Hangul, and I just this is thank you.
So
Seriously,
my question
thank
is,
you.
like, with all this information, you know, like, some of us have gotten like symbolism, other ones have gotten like some kind of answer. How do we, like, what do you suggest is a good way to dive deeper and understand what these things mean?
Well, asking and working actively with your guides and your angels, and you can't say this enough, but meditating to go into the inner temple, to ask the deeper questions, to dive really deep, to force yourself to face your death, to force yourself to face your inner child. These are healing processes that must occur in order to really understand self, in order to be self, in order to really be part with your higher self. So these are just insights in order for you to really analyze it. It's like bringing pain to the surface and making awareness happen. So even though you've been working on the same shoulder for years and years and years, you ignore it to the point of too much pain. So and then at that point you're like, okay, how do I fix this? So it's all individually up to you guys to figure out, how do I fix this? But the first step is the awareness, and that's where you are now.
Because I feel like this information is important. And if I just know it and I step away, it really does no good.
No, it does not. So try and just be actively aware.
Yeah.
Because from what I've noticed from these types of readings, they're quick. Like, it's not 5 years from now, it's not 10 years from now, it's days, it's hours. I'm not gonna even say weeks because I haven't even seen it go that far into weeks. It's just being aware. Yes, I have not seen it go into weeks.
Seeing what going into weeks.
The things not happening that are said today, the realizations. That's what this is for.
Okay.
I'm excited. I'm just excited. This
Yeah.
is awesome.
I definitely feel a pull, like more Indian.
The
Thank you
fact,
very much.
no,
keep going.
the fact that the Pleiadians always, every time I like hear anything about them, it's always purple. So purple candle, and I'm sitting there, I'm thinking that obviously not obviously. That there might be a chance that there's a reunion and potentially merging into one candle, to one flame again.
One candle, one flame.
Purple.
A purple candle at that.
Purple's creativity.
Anybody else?
Purple. I like. I'm just interested.
My nails are purple.
So that career change.
Yeah.
I might be starting in January. Ultrasound tech.
Ultrasound tech.
So
What
you said-
is the acronym for that?
I don't know.
What is your position title gonna be? Just ultrasound tech?
I don't know yet. I'm going to school for it.
Okay.
Going to school for it.
Okay.
So when you said sports, I'm thinking like, can I be a MRI tech for the Eagles? Or like some sports. I mean, I'm not into sports, but
No, I know you're not. That's why I said confliction between ego and spirit. Cause my ego part of you knows you're not into sports.
and the spilled juice, I don't know.
It was like that means accident or coincidence.
Yeah.
So it was just it really felt like it was really strong on sports because I saw Models, I saw Foot Locker, I saw the stripy referee shirt, I saw like the name tag, and you're right. It could be literal, like an actual sports person. But there's like just some type of coincidence or accident, chance meeting. That's what that was really pulling for, a chance meeting. If I were you, the next time you hear someone offer you an opportunity, just take it, even if it sounds batshit crazy. Just take your opportunities. Because it's just something that's one of those things that it wouldn't have happened had you not been there.
I had a yoga teacher, and she was just like, I thought she was just like doing yoga for the community, but something happened, and also like by chance, and she started working as also a yoga teacher in ESPN, teaching all the athletes yoga. So like football players, basketball, like whatever athletes you see on ESPN that would come through there. There was a class where she would teach, and people would come regularly.
You never know. You never know.
Exactly. Like she said, never expected that. She just wanted to teach yoga. You know what I mean?
No, I think I'm getting with the Indian connection now, cause like even though I'm interested in them to learning, but there's a part where like, it's not that interesting. I mean, this pen thing is more like exciting and more vibrant, and I feel like this is a call that's like there's something in there that's waiting for me to learn. That just because I don't see it, it's not exciting as that. Doesn't
And it
mean,
might be exciting when you really dive into it.
yeah, I think that's what I mean. It's like there's something for you there. Just because this is more like vibrant and green doesn't mean there's a part of my story that's kind of need to be discovered when I start connecting with those being or that culture or just be.
There's when she was saying all that like blue thing, I was like, oh my gosh, probably Indian, something Hindu, and I was gonna say, I'll tell him after, and then you said Krishna, and I was like, yoga wrench. So like, it made me think of that for you. There's like this place I go to, the yoga ranch, and like they live yoga, they live their life of yoga, and they have like all these gods. It doesn't matter if it's not Hindu god, it's like a god is a god is a god to them. And like they always talk about the significance of each god and the lessons, and they pray to each god to get the knowledge from that god.
Okay.
And they sing the songs. It's like Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Like that's one of the songs. There's so many songs, and it's like saying thank you and also like getting like the information. And
Okay. All right.
so it might be interesting to go there, or it might be interesting to learn more. But once you dive in, like Dami was saying, oh my God, like there is so much
Awesome.
that I think you would enjoy.
All right. Cool.
I hope it got more greener.
Yeah. I definitely feel full. It's like I feel it. It's just upon I'm like, no, I'm gonna just ignore it. But it's like, and I'm like, go away. This is my exciting.
Yeah.
But it's like
You can't ignore it
it's
forever,
like,
you know.
So I think it's that time.
There's a Hare Krishna center near where I live.
Oh, cool. Check that out.
If you come every Sunday, they have a free dinner at 5 p.m. Always very good. And then like you could sing, and then you have a community gathering, and then they give you free books when you first come, so like you understand, the gods. They explain some things in there, so maybe.
All right.
Yeah, exchange some information later.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Anybody else?
I have a question about the channeling type stuff. You ever has anybody ever pulled off like a multi-channeling, like a more than one person? Like let's say you were like the anchor, and you were using us as like beams of like some type of amplifier.
Then that would go into no longer trancing. That would go into seancing.
Wait, like.
He's saying like using everybody's energy.
Oh.
Not just that, but let's say like we are channeling our own, like you're channeling Pythia.
Oh, I mean channeling our own.
Yeah, like all of us in the like.
Well, I'm not channeling Pythia.
Cheese.
Oh,
I
right.
am.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Okay. So.
Because then it would be just channeling.
Okay. So so is it? Has anybody you ever heard of anybody pulling like all of us channeling our higher self at the same time, and we're able to wait? Cause somebody has to ask things, right?
It's like hypnosis.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't see why everybody wouldn't be able to be in the same room and channel their higher selves all at once. You do that a similar thing as meditation. You're channeling higher guides and higher self and higher vibrations.
And you sleep also.
And your sleep, yeah.
You dream.
Like this though, like really, like all
Like
of us,
Reiki?
like we.
I'm sure there's a whole group of people who are just channels and do
Yeah.
that.
But I feel like something like this, it's not something you need to remember unless it's really important.
Right.
That's when you meet your higher guy, you don't usually remember the meaning, just stuff that's need to be learned.
But if you're me, you don't remember anything at all. That's why you gotta record it all.
Got you. Okay.
You probably meet some ancient being from distant planet from Nebula Andromeda, and then you don't remember that meeting at all. You'd be like,
Right. But it will still be affected already. Still
It will still-
imprinted in you.
you can feel that change when you wake up. So, because probably your brain could not even.
It's so interesting. I'm just like, ooh, the idea is like, ooh, man, it's like.
Yeah, you.
Your mind would snap if you would like remember it, because it would be too much overload. Because they know your body couldn't handle that much information.
It is. Your reality would snap.
Yeah.
Your brain would fry.
It's like a computer overloaded, and it just can't take
How do
it.
you know that?
Study.
Study, I mean, it just.
Kind of resonate
It
with
makes
it
sense.
if you.
I get it.
Yeah. If it feels like truth, then that's the truth. That might be true for you in a sense. That's
Yeah.
what at least that's.
I
that's
just
how
read
it is
that
for me.
yesterday. Like, it's not truth until you
How about we don't
experience.
find out?
And then
I like that answer.
Yeah.
your experience
Let's
is
not
number
find out
one
first.
Yeah.
proof.
When you're ready,
Right.
you're ready.
Celestine
ready.
prophecy. I wrote that down. I was like, whoa.
All right. So thank you everybody for coming.
We could have this conversation for
Honors.
hours.
Yes, I know we can.
Oh yeah.
This part was just about symbolism. You guys can be friends on Facebook and have many conversations for
Oh my
hours.
Guys.
But we need you there.
Oh. And there is no Reiki Monday. Remember that. Monday is sliding scale Reiki personal private sessions. And Tuesday, I have no idea what we're doing Tuesday. But I know next week is the psychic intuition night for a fact. I know Wednesday it is
Excuse me.
higher self appreciation meditation.
Meaning
And
your higher
Tuesday-
self?
And Tuesday is appreciation of higher self.
Okay.
Or of self.
Okay.
And then Tuesday's a blank. So that's a surprise night.
Cool.
Oh, silent meditation is Tuesday.
Okay.
That's 1 hour. They're all from 7 o'clock. Thank you everybody for coming. Love, light, and peace. And blessings on blessings on blessings on blessings. And my final closing, always remember the divine has your back.
Thank
Namaste.
you. Namaste. Thanks, Donnie.
Namaste.
Thanks, Doug. Thanks, Donnie. Thanks, Pythia.
Snaps.
Pythia.
Sorry.
And of course, if any new information comes to you guys or something happens, please let me know. 'Cause
I
wanna
feel
know
it's
about it.
gonna happen.
Yes, my love.
We were not allowed to wear sneakers in here.
It's like blessed.
Oh,
Yeah.
doggy.
Yeah, someone just right under the bus. As soon as you can't have a moment without.
It's
buttering up.
respect. If Doug wants to go to his many versions of hell, then he can go there.
The 18
No, I'm
version
kidding.
now.
I
Dance
hope.
Inferno.
I'm sorry. Sorry, Doug.